Alright, what's going on everyone? Matt here for the Matt Film Show. If you guys are new here, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into today's video. This is a review of a movie that I've been very excited for so many years. Since the day it was announced. This is a movie that I hope that it delivered. I hope that this movie was great. I hope that they did it well. I hope everything about this movie. And this movie, what I'm talking about, is I'm doing my review for Deadpool and Wolverine, the 34th film in the MCU. Before I go into my review, I want to say a couple things about this movie or Deadpool in general. I never thought that we will see Deadpool in the MCU. Never expected Deadpool to be in the MCU prior to Disney buying the company 21st Century Fox or 20th Century Fox back in 2019. And my answer when Disney bought Fox and they said was how they going to do Deadpool in the MCU. Are they going to keep Deadpool rated R? And if so, how was it going to happen? And they did keep Deadpool rated R. And this is the first film in the MCU that's rated R. Never thought that we will see this day, that we will see a rated R movie in the MCU. There's been a lot of rated R superhero movies that succeeded very well. Deadpool and Deadpool 2 and Logan, very successful films with Fox. Not with Disney, not with the MCU, but with Fox. Joker, even though I did not enjoy Joker, Joker was a very successful film. Rated R. PG, $1 billion film. They're doing Joker 2, Filet Do, comes out this October. Rated R. Potentially another $1 billion film. And we have entered a new era of the MCU. They have opened up the portal for rated R content. We've seen our first rated R project in the MCU. Earlier this year with Echo being the first ever show in the MCU to be rated R. Now we have our first ever movie with Deadpool and Wolverine being rated R. And I want to give a huge thanks to Disney, to Marvel Studios, especially Kevin Feige, and to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman for delivering an amazing, fantastic movie. This movie was so amazing. This movie was so great. The MCU has not been great, and I've kept telling you guys that the MCU has not been doing good. A lot of you guys will agree with me that the MCU has not been great, but this movie delivered, and this, even though the MCU has not been great, this was a fantastic, amazing film. 10 out of 10. From beginning to end. Delivered my expectations that I had in this film. It delivered. I am so happy the way this movie turned out to be. I am so happy that Disney had allowed to keep Deadpool rated R. That they allowed Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman to do what they wanted to do. And before I continue giving out my review, I'm going to give you guys the cast. You guys, you know who it is, but just give you guys the cast, the premise of the film, and keep going with my review. It stars Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Logan Wolverine, Emma Corrin as Cassandra Nova, which is the villain. I'm going to be talking about her in just a little bit. Matthew McFadden, hopefully pronounced, Mr. Paradox, which is a TVA agent. Morena Baccarin as Vanessa, which is Wade Wilson's girlfriend, who died, and they brought her back in this film. Rob Daly returned as Peter from the other Deadpool films, first two. Lacey Ugmans returned as Blind Al, and Karen Sony as Dobin Miner. And before I go into the premise and all that, I want to talk about these characters that I just mentioned. Um, First things first, I want to talk about the on-screen chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, or Wolverine and Deadpool. It worked so well. We have seen them together in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but that movie does not count. We don't count that as their them together. This is the first official movie together, and it worked so well. I could tell you, by watching this movie, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, even watching this movie, even though it's not Hugh Jackman, it's obviously Logan and or Wolverine and Wade or Deadpool, right? But Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds had so much fun doing this. And when you watch this movie, you could tell that they had so much fun. The bondship, the friendship, the the jokes in this movie between them two are so funny, hilarious jokes. I had so much fun watching them on screen together because they worked so well. Ryan Reynolds deserves owns Deadpool. He is Deadpool. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. He owns the role of Wolverine. And we finally got to see the iconic yellow suit. Oh, man. When we saw the iconic yellow suit for the first time, oh man, it was a dream come true. I always wondered why they never used it in the X-Men films from Fox. We finally got it. Where this is the only time we're going to see it, I do not know how Wolverine is going to look like in the MCU. Who's going to play Wolverine in the MCU? We do not know that. We do not even know how the X-Men suits are going to look like. But let me tell you something though. I always wondered how the cow is going to look like in live action. Is it going to work? It worked. Oh my gosh. This was so iconic yellow suit that Hugh Jackman was able to wear. And I'm glad that Hugh Jackman was the one who was able to wear this suit. I enjoyed this suit. It was so much fun looking at this suit with the cow on. I was kind of thinking, like, how was it going to look with the cow? It looked amazing. Deadpool obviously looks kind of the same suit, you know what I mean? Kind of updated, but kind of the same suit. So there was no like changes with the Deadpool suit. But I have to say, them working together was so much fun. I was laughing so hard in this movie. Very funny jokes. A lot of jokes towards Disney, and funny jokes. And I knew that this was gonna happen. I knew that there was gonna be these Disney jokes, and Fox jokes, and MCU jokes, and all these jokes that delivered very, very well. There's sometimes where watch movies where the jokes are there and they don't deliver. No, the jokes here delivered. Very funny jokes here in this movie. And just loved the chemistry between them. It worked so well. When are we going to see Deadpool again? I do not know. When are we going to see Wolverine again? I do not know if we're going to see Hugh Jackman again. I do not know. Okay? But them two together worked so well. And I am very happy that Disney and Kevin Feige, Sean Levy, which is the director, sorry guys, directed by Sean Levy, who did Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. He did an amazing job. Sean Levy did an amazing job. And right now, I think he's been rumored to be the director for the next Avengers movies. Or short list there. And if he ends up directing Avengers Secret Wars or Avengers 5, whatever the case may be, if he's one of the directors or directing both films, I do not know. Always we won't know until they confirm it. But if he does, I am just watch Sean Levy to direct an Avengers film. Not only an Avengers film, but an MCU movie in general. He delivered. He did such an amazing job directing this film. I love his work in Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds, and I loved his work here when he worked with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I think right now with this movie, I think Sean Levy is one of my favorite directors in the MCU right now with this movie. I think he worked very, very well. Before I go into more, I just wanted to talk about more about this movie that I wrote down here that caught my attention. the TVA were involved in here. I didn't understand why the TVA had to be here. You know what I mean? It was interesting choice that they decided to go with the TVA. But then once you see this movie, you understand why the TVA is here. And obviously the TVA wasn't from Loki, right? So I would recommend you guys to go watch Loki as well before watching this one, just because you're probably gonna know, oh, who's the time variant authority? Who's the TVA? Go watch Loki and then go watch this. Watch the two seasons. Go watch this movie because I think that's another thing you should do. Watch Deadpool 2, Logan, and watch Loki, the show on Disney Plus. Because you guys will understand who the TVA is. Just in case you guys do not know who the TVA is. Anyways, I really enjoyed the TVA here. They were useful. Like I said, I didn't think that why were they here, but you understand why they're here. You understand why the TVA is here. You understand why Deadpool and Wolverine are in the MCU. You understand why Deadpool is here. And they explained it very, very well. And I knew that they were going to explain it. I was like, there has to be a way that they're going to explain how Deadpool's in the MCU or Wolverine. And they explained it very, very well. A lot of cameos, I would say. A lot of cameo surprises, I would say. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say who's showing up, but great, a lot of cameos. Not a lot, but some sort of cameos. So look forward to that. The variants of Deadpool, I'm not gonna go into spoilers here, but I'm going to go into like the ones that we saw in the trailer. Dogpool was so funny and so adorable. Dogpool was so adorable, and when Dogpool interacts with Wolverine and Deadpool in general, very, very funny. I just enjoy. I think Dogpool stole the show of this movie. Was the highlight of this movie. I really love Dogpool. I just wish I had Dogpool with me right now. You know what I mean? So Dogpool was very, very cool to see. What was another variant of Wolverine that we saw in the trailers that I just don't want to spoil anything. But anyways, I really enjoyed that variant of Deadpool and she was very fun in that movie. Very adorable. I really enjoyed Dogpool. Cassandra Nova, the villain. Amazing villain. I think she's one of the best villains in the MCU. She delivered very, very well. If you guys do not know who she is, this is no spoilers. You guys can read her about the comics. But she is the twin sister of Charles Xavier, Professor X from X-Men. And her as a villain, I think she was played by Emma Corrin, like I said. I never heard of her, but I think she did an amazing job as Cassandra Nova. This villain was so powerful, so amazing, so powerful. Marvel tends to not deliver with villains. You know what I mean? They have a lot of villain problems. They've been stepping it up recently, but majority of the MCU films, the villain is the problems of the majority of the problems with the MCU films. They don't have a lot of problems, but you know what I mean? Is the villains. And this villain delivered. Cassandra Nova was an amazing villain. She did such a great job. I really enjoyed her as a villain in this movie. There's so much I want to talk about that I can't because I don't want to spoil nothing. Man, I just had so much fun with this movie that I just so excited that I saw this movie and excited that it turned out what I expected it to be. I am glad that they did not disappoint. Like I said, this movie is not going to determine how great the MCU is going to be in the future. This is just one movie for me. Personally, it delivered and it was amazing. The shows going forward, Agatha, right, is the next show in the MCU coming in September. Then you have Captain America, Brave New World, coming out in February. I do not know what shows come out. But then you also have Thunderbolts, which comes out on May of next year. You have Blade, that's supposedly coming out in 2025. We have to wait and see Comic-Con if that movie is still coming out in 2025 or not. and Fantastic Four, which I believe comes out in May of 2025 or July of 2025. I can't remember when Fantastic Four, but I for right now, this movie delivered, and I'm hoping that the MCU goes back on track and continues to be bangers again, because this was a banger. Like I said, I don't wanna give people's hopes up. I don't want, you know what I mean. I don't want this movie to be great. Amazing Deadpool was great. And then have Agatha be not a great show. Have Captain America: Brave New World not deliver, and have um Thunderbolts not deliver or Blade not deliver. I don't want to give those hopes up. I just want to say that this movie delivered. It exceeded my expectations. This was a great MCU movie. One of my favorite MCU movies right now to this day. Right now, as of right now, definitely top list there. Um, but for me to say that this is going to, that MCU's back, I can't say that, because this is just one movie that delivered, or one project that delivered. And I don't want the other projects to say, oh yeah, this delivered, but then I watch another show or another movie and it's like, oh, never mind, the MCU is not back. You know what I mean? I don't want to give people's hopes up. But you guys are going to love this movie. You guys are going to enjoy this movie. I'm very happy that this movie was rated R. I'm hoping that we do get a lot more rated R movies and shows. Like I said, Echo was the first ever show in the MCU to be rated R, and obviously Deadpool and Wolverine is the first R-rated movie in the MCU. I do not know what other movies could be rated R or shows. I do not know, but I hope that we get more. Because this opened up a whole portal of mature content in the MCU. And I'm glad they opened up this portal, because I think it was about time that they needed to open up this portal of mature content in the MCU. And I think that they delivered very, very well with Deadpool and Wolverine. A very violent movie, bloody movie, like I said, very violent, very bloody, and I was all in for it. I was all in for that. Funny jokes. Hugh Jackman and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds were amazing together. They are the dynamic duo. They work so well together, and they got the redemption. We don't talk about X-Men Origins Wolverine. I know Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds first appeared as Deadpool or Wade Wilson in that movie, and that movie was so bad we don't talk about that movie. But this is the definitive first time that we see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds together on screen. I don't consider that as the first time. No, this is the definitive first time. And if they continue, if this is the first time, if this is the first or last time them together, I do not know. But I think if it is the last time of them being together, I think they delivered. And I think they work so well, very, very well. That was just my review for Deadpool and Wolverine. I came up very excited, very, very happy. Exceeded all my expectations. I was very happy how this movie turned out to be. I want to, like I said in the beginning of this video, I did give a thanks, but I want to give you guys, I want to give a huge thanks to Sean Levy, the director for this movie. You're not watching this, but you delivered. You did an amazing movie. Congratulations to you. I want to give a huge congratulations to Kevin Feige, over the president at Marvel Studios, the guy who runs everything. They're busy, man. Kevin Feige, you are a genius. You are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing, Kevin. I loved what you did with this movie, and I'm hoping, and I'm excited to see what the future is of Deadpool, what the future of Wolverine is, and what the future of the MCU holds. Because you killed it. And I want to give a huge thanks to Disney or Bob Iger. I know Disney has not been delivering, but thank you so much, Disney. I want to give you guys thank you so much, Disney, for keeping Deadpool rated R, for making our dreams come true by having Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds together in this movie, delivering an amazing movie. Thank you so much, Disney, for allowing Deadpool to be rated R, to allow this type of content in the MCU, something that I never thought would happen. Thank you, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Disney, Sean Levy, the director of this movie, Kevin Feige, the president at Marvel Studios. Thank you guys so much for an amazing film. You guys delivered. I hope you guys continue to delivering more. And go watch this movie. You're going to love it. Hopefully enjoy this movie. Hopefully love this movie how I love this movie. And I don't think you're not going to come out disappointed. I think you're going to come out entertained and excited. And you're gonna want more of these characters. You're going to want more of Deadpool. You're going to want more of Wolverine after this movie. And I thank you so much for watching this review. If you guys are new, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Let's go.